Numbers from the first half. Aston Villa have the number that matters, and that's 2. They lead 2-0. But Chelsea have controlled possession. They've had the most shots, and they've also had the most completed passes.
Yeah, in a kind of weird type of way. I mean, you look at the scoreline 2-0, you think Villa were comfortable, but it wasn't the case. Chelsea controlled possession, had opportunities. They should have at least taken one. Nicholas Jackson scores the goal, which is offside. Really good finish, composed, has the header. But unfortunately, that's been Chelsea's story this season. They create opportunities, they don't take it, they get punished at the other end.
Yeah, and punished they were very early on, just 4 minutes on the clock, and then Villa had the opening goal.
Well, yeah, for me, it was a great play from Villa all round. I think they recycled and kept possession, but this run here and the ball was perfect. And just the cutback was nice enough. And McGinn's in the right place, he drifts into the right place. But obviously, when me and Benny were looking at it, Benny will break this down, what he thought in respect of like the pressing and stuff.
No pressure on the ball. And also the communication between Trevor Chalobah and Madueke is non-existent. But John McGinn there, someone has got to get close to him. Markham Caicedo's on the edge of the box. Someone's got to get close to McGinn. I know it's fortunate the way it goes in, but from a Chelsea perspective, defensively, no communication, no pressure on the ball, no one taking the onus on that particular play from Aston Villa, and these things happen, you get punished. Really poor goal defensively from Chelsea.
The moment where we paused it and everyone looks around, I feel like that's the first time they saw him.
Yeah. It's one of them where, sure, I mean, he's on Cucurella at first, and to be fair, Cucurella's got 2v1 at that back post. He's watching where Watkins is. But the fact that McGinn just ghosts in there, no one says anything, and he's got like 10 yards of space in the middle of the penalty area, that shouldn't happen.
It definitely shouldn't happen, and I think Chelsea players will be kicking themselves for that, but you can't do this at this level, and a team that's like Aston Villa, playing the way Aston Villa will punish you. Whether you get a little bit of luck or it goes in cleanly, they will cause you a lot of problems. And we go on about the Chelsea possession. They're not doing too much with it. It almost looks like Villa are saying, look, you can have the ball. When we get the ball back, this is kind of what we're going to do. And it's strange. I think they need to cause Villa a lot more problems when they're with the ball. Madueke, I feel, needs to do a little bit more. Mudryk, the same. Like you're playing in that wing position, you need to cause opposition problems, and they ain't. They're just running into bodies, sort of thing.
So that was the early goal for Villa. Chelsea recovered. They had their possession, which we saw the numbers of. They put some passages of play together. But at the end of the half, Villa managed to get a second goal. And it's Morgan Rogers. You're going to take us through it.
Yeah, really intelligent play. I mean, again, Chelsea not really clearing their lines. A lot of ricochets. But when it falls to him, it's a really clever and intelligent finish, because a lot of people think you're going to use the defender and bend it into that far corner. And he just reverses it. I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was probably the best at it in terms of using defenders' legs, shooting between the legs where the goalkeeper's a little bit unsighted. But I mean, it's a really intelligent finish right from here.
Yeah, it's a great finish. He knows exactly what he's doing, just gets enough room to move it back, and he knows the defender has to step, and from he sees that gap, he doesn't use his laces, he actually whips it back through there, and it's hard for the keeper sees it late, and plus he's curling away from him as well. You can see he's that full stretch here, but he's not. There's no chance of getting there, and that again, they let Chelsea have the ball there, and they caught them on the break, and that was their reward from it. And you can see Unai Emery how happy he is from that performance. I think Aston Villa played their tactics very, very well.
Yeah, and then he hit the Cole Palmer, which is actually his celebration, so it wasn't.
We need to call it the Morgan Rogers, because that's his celebration. I know he's in the Championship, but that's his celebration. Cole Palmer stole it from him.
Well, there you go. You've set the record straight right here and right now.
That happens to a lot of people. Somebody stole my robot. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Let me stick to the game at hand, please. Thank you very much.
Congratulations on your goal. Can you even begin to sum up how you're feeling right now after the way that game unfolded?
Yeah, we're gutted, really. Obviously, quite a poor first half. We were just too slow on the ball, lethargic, but second half was brilliant. Obviously, we come back and I felt we should have won the game. We were hard done by, but no, I'm proud of the lads for the second half performance.
What was said at half-time? Like you say, a little bit lethargic in the first half. I mean, you had so much possession, it was really just that final ball that was letting you down.
Yeah, exactly. The gaffer, he just, long story short, just told us to liven up and just work harder in everything we do, on the ball, off the ball. And yeah, like I said, second half was a lot better, and we were unlucky to not get the win.
What about your goal? Did you know it was heading in when it left your foot?
Absolute swinger. But no, I was really happy with the goal, but really disappointed to not get the third in the end.
Were you sensing a nervousness around the stadium almost coming into it? You know, Cole Palmer had an opportunity saved, and then obviously you had that late goal disallowed.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was bad timing on my part.
Yeah, I mean, we had chances to win, and I think we showed great character in the second half. I think the goal at the end should have counted, but it's not my decision. But I think we can hold our heads high and take a lot of confidence from that.
Do you think this shuts down now? Any questions over spirit, over dedication from the players? Does a performance like this go out and show that?
Yeah, for sure. I said that before the game as well, that how much we want to improve and get better as a team, and we're still on a journey to keep improving as a team. We're nowhere near where we want to be as a club, and yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, but the second half was great tonight.
Absolute swinger is how he described his goal. Interesting that he doesn't really look happy, and it's probably because they could have won it and thought they did win it.
Yeah, it could be multiple reasons, to be honest with you. I think in general, I think what Gallagher has done at Chelsea is most probably one of the underrated players in terms of what he's achieved for him while he's there, because they went through a spell where nobody was running. He was the guy that changed that. He set the pace in the pressing, the aggression, and now he's adding goals to his game in this Chelsea team as a captain, but not just goals, like important ones as well. Like that is an important goal, I think, in my opinion, to get them those points. And then you got Thiago Silva. No matter how old he gets, he seems to just get better and better. I feel like he's 39 and he, for me, played that well that we didn't even speak about him. He just went through the game. It was everybody else we spoke about, but he just fit in there. And I think like those two players kind of set the tempo in terms of like desire and in many ways how you should play for Chelsea. I think Madueke was really, really good today. Caused a lot of problems, and I think from the outside you look at things and you say, why are Chelsea even in the position they're in when they can go to Villa and do things like this? And great turn, but that finish from Madueke for me is brilliant. He just guides it. He doesn't even use the pace, but the press is what killed Villa. Like Cole goals and then Gallagher can come because Cucurella's in that midfield area and then there, and Connor's there again, the drag across, and like a great finish on it, Ben.
Yeah, the slides into that far corner, as right he was saying, they're really good press, but he doesn't try again to smash it in that type of particular area. Some forwards would maybe try and hit as hard as they can. He goes, you know what, I'll use the defender again, and he just guides it, keeps it really low, crisp slide into that far corner, and it's a really intelligent finish.
Yeah, and it was just reward as well because he'd really turned it on in the second half. He was their main catalyst himself and Gallagher, and they actually both on the score sheet because this is that hit from him.
Yeah, and as he said there, I mean, it's not his strong foot, but what a finish. But again, Madueke picking up the ball on that right-hand side again. I know it's a simple assist, but he was at the middle of everything they did right that second half. He hit that real intensity with the ball. Chelsea fans will say, why don't they see this more often? Because when he's like this, he's pretty much unplayable. But it's a simple pass, and it's his movement that creates the space because the defenders back off, and as Conor Gallagher said there, it is a swinger, but what a swinger it is. He, again, guides it, doesn't smash it, just guides it in that far corner into the top corner. And again, I thought he was one of Chelsea's more impressive players again today. And
you know what's funny? If you look at the Villa players, it's almost like they're saying, it's only Conor Gallagher, we'll let you kind of shoot from there. And then when he drags it onto his left and he lets fly with that left foot, you can see the concentration in the way, like, breathes out and just strokes it, and it's a fantastic finish.
We thought there was one more to come, and we thought Chelsea would get all 3 points because they did have the ball in the back of the net in the 95th minute, the icing on the cake, but it was ruled out for a foul in the build-up.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it from that angle there, you can quite clearly see shoulder barge him. I mean, it's not a lot, but I think right is right in terms of if that's anywhere else on the pitch, it's probably a foul. So I can understand why it was given. I still think it was a little bit soft, but probably the correct decision.
Yeah, it's a foul. I think I can understand why he's done it because there is an opportunity there to obviously win the ball and get there, and he thinks if he can get him underneath the ball, he has a better chance, which it turns out that way. But for me, like, we've seen it so many times where there's, like, say, a mistiming of a barge in and around the pitch and you get someone in the back and the ref gives a free kick. So if you could blatantly do it that badly in the penalty area, I think you have to give a foul. There weren't no disguise in it. He knew exactly what he was doing.
So no victory for Chelsea, but they did battle back. They did manage to get a point in a 4-goal thriller.
You got the draw tonight, but does the result almost feel like a defeat, having had the 2-goal lead?
Good evening. We are very happy. We are very happy because today we achieved the first objective, improving last year we did. is to play in Europe League next year. And we are very happy. And now we have a new challenge. A new challenge is to play Champions League. But of course, we had to accept. We weren't contender. Now we are contender. Of course, they show it today, Chelsea, their power. But we are being consistent in 35 matches, getting more points. And today to draw at the end is a very good result.
So you were pleased with the performance of your side this evening?
I want more. Of course.
What about the possession? Were you concerned about the control Chelsea had in the game, albeit you were very good on the break and very clinical in front of goal?
Yes, because they have very good players.
Mm-hmm. And what about, from your perspective, the 2 goals to score so early? I imagine that is the perfect start that you were hoping for in a game like this one.
Yes, the result was amazing in the first half. And we were struggling, we weren't defending well. We didn't concede a lot, but of course we needed to keep more ball possession. Mm-hmm. But it's difficult against Chelsea.
Goals from Madueke and from Gallagher saw Chelsea battle back from 2-0 down at Villa Park at half-time to earn a 2-2 draw. Let's hear the thoughts of their manager. Here's Mauricio Pochettino.
You took a point from the game, but how disappointed are you not to have all 3 right now?
I think everyone that was watching the game feel disappointed. I think it's so. I think because I think we need to explain to the people also. No, I think 2 different things. If the referee say penalty, say foul, and it's disallowed the goal, is one thing, and then go to the VAR and confirm that is stay, with the decision. But when the referee didn't see nothing, and then go for with the VAR and change the decision of the referee there, I think it's not going to say nothing bad. I don't want to talk bad about the referee or the. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. It's difficult to accept this type of thing. In the semi-final 2 weeks ago was handball in the FA Cup. And that is no penalty, and the VAR say no, it's no penalty, and the referee didn't check. And in this situation, yes, of course, that is really painful because I think it's damaged the English football for me. It's damaged the image, and I think even Aston Villa player or even the fans didn't understand why this allowed the goal.
Have you managed to speak to the referee? Have the players had any explanation?
No, he said that was foul. And when you saw, if you see the challenge, it's a challenge. What happened if we are going to every single challenge like this is going to be foul? I think we finish the game with 11 players, never in any game like this. That is the difficult thing to understand. Okay, we can talk about performance, we can talk about decision, we can talk about many things about football. That this type of decision, I think, is damaging the game.
Frustration from Poch, understandably so, but we've been speaking to former Premier League referee Dermot Gallagher, and he's told us that the justification is it's shoulder into back. And that's Badiashile on Carlos. If it was shoulder to shoulder, different story. But it is shoulder into back. And so, therefore, it is a foul.
I couldn't agree less. I totally agree with the decision that the refs got after he's gone to VAR. I just think if it was the other way around, Poch would be expecting a foul from that as well. So would a lot of manager, in my opinion. So I think it's a foul. It is what it is. I think Chelsea were fantastic to get back into the game, and I think they should come away with their heads held high from this performance.
Yeah, great performance from Chelsea. Great second half, I'd say. Not first half, but second half. But I can understand his frustration.
Yeah, so 2-2 at Villa Park. That late goal ruled out, and it ends 2-2, a share of the spoils. 2 goals each and a point each between Aston Villa and Chelsea. Thank you to Sean Wright-Phillips. Thank you to Darren Bent. Great to be watching football with all of you. Goodbye.